Thank you for giving us, the World Congress, the opportunity to speak on behalf of our people, the Uyghurs. The Uyghur people has never been a minority, but has been forced to become one in their own homeland as a result of 7 decades of systematic and brutal policies by the Chinese government. The Uyghur people has been subjected to relentless policies and
Can you make your point briefly, please, China?
主席，所谓世委会不是非政府组织，是
The Uyghur Congress is not an NGO. It represents a separatist organization in China.
是保护少数群体。
What was saying here has nothing to do by them has nothing to do with minorities and the protection thereof.
Sorry. Can I ask? That's fine. I could not hear the interpretation. My apologies.
The WUC is not NGO. It's an organization trying to separate China. What they are doing now is not protect the minorities' human rights, but try to separate China. Let them to speak here is a violation of the UN Charter's principles. And we are asking the President to stop them from speaking in public. Thank you.
Thank you, China. I appreciate the point that you have made, but can I say that the Speaker has been registered to participate, formally registered to participate in the forum and also registered to speak at the forum, which is not limited, as you will know, to NGOs with ECOSOC status. So in the interests of inclusive and diverse participation, speakers registered for this meeting and who have registered as speakers for the meeting, not just as participation, and it can take the floor. This speaker has been accredited, and with this in mind, I give the floor back to the Speaker, but I note your remarks and thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair, for this opportunity again. The Uyghur people has been subjected to relentless policies of systematic assimilation, discrimination and repression by the Chinese government that seeks to erase our ethnic, religious and cultural identity through forced assimilation, internment camps and forced labor. Up to 3 million Uyghurs and other Turkic people have been arbitrarily detained and imprisoned by the Chinese government in modern internment camps, the worst since the Second World War, while those who remain free endure a suffocating reality, lacking genuine fundamental freedoms and participation in public life. The reports of the former UN High Commissioner for Human Rights and many other institutions have documented those crimes, which have been so far recognized as crimes against humanity and genocide by national parliaments and a government of more than 10 countries. China's government policy seeks to suppress and discourage the use of the Uyghur language in schools, workplaces, and throughout in Uyghur homeland of East Turkestan, replacing it with the Chinese language. Over the past 20 years, the Chinese government has renamed the hundreds of villages, erasing reference to Uyghur history and culture. The repression of the Uyghur people also extended to the economic fields. Uyghurs are facing systematic program of forced labor, forcibly transferred to factories across China under conditions of forced labor. State-imposed forced labor is used to control us, discriminate against us, and violate our fundamental rights. We call on the global community to hold Chinese government accountable for their crimes against humanity and genocide against Uyghur people. Thank you for this.